Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Adventure Within channel. My name is Andrew Fritz. I'm a clairvoyant healer and meditation teacher. And in this video, I just want to review my experience this past weekend, March 8th and March 9th, at the Body Mind Spirit Expo in Honolulu. I've heard of this organization and event before. I've just never actually participated as a guest or a vendor, but yeah, they're all over the mainland, different cities. Um, and so the end of last year, I found out they're going to be in Honolulu and decided, yeah, I definitely want to do this. Want to offer energy healings. Um, and that's what I did. It was just 30-minute healings for $25, just helping people get grounded and release unwanted energy from the different layers of their aura and their energy system, so the channels and chakras in the body. And then I wrapped up with a Christ Force healing. And just throughout that process, I would kind of let them know, hey, this is the energy you're releasing, and maybe here's what changes or what you get to have as a result of releasing that unwanted energy. Always try to find their energy underneath and kind of validate that for them. Because if you're just constantly saying, "Hey, here's this negative energy releasing," "Hey, here's this negative energy releasing," that's great, but it's just the focus on the negative can be a little doom and gloom and daunting. So it's nice to validate their energy, which I always see after they start to release the negative. And if I just saw something, I would also mention that. So it's more of like an intuitive energy healing, which is kind of more of my style. Um, and then a little bit after that, they reached out to me, the company. They said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing a presentation or a talk?" And I was interested. I was kind of a little nervous about it because it's something I've always knew that I wanted to do and saw myself doing. I've just actually never done it. And it was real easy just kind of keeping to push that off into the future. And so the opportunity came, and I just decided, okay, let's just do this. Got to face the music at some point because it's different when I had no idea what to expect, but when it's a more formal thing where you're standing in front of people as opposed to, just teaching classes on Zoom, it's definitely a little bit of different experience. Um, so yeah, I didn't know what to expect with the event. I didn't know how small or big it would be. And yeah, so I got there and actually I got there Friday and just kind of set my booth up. Just had a small space and just got a table and put something over it to kind of dress it up a little bit and kind of my signs. Made it pretty easy, where people could just scan to subscribe to the YouTube channels using QR codes or scan to kind of get to our website just to see what we offer. And then I had a little QR code where they can just scan and just pay that way for the actual energy healing. But most people actually just paid with cash, which is kind of nice. I sometimes I forget about cash because I don't I never use it. Everything's kind of digital now. So, but yeah, everything was pretty easy going. It just flowed very nice. Yeah, everybody was nice there. The people that were kind of next to me, I had someone channeling next to me. I had someone else doing like tarot cards and things like that. But everything you could consider spiritual was pretty much there. There was the people that do the taking pictures of the auras, and then someone would sit down and talk to you about what the different colors were and represented crystals and books and sound healings. You name it, it was pretty much there. Massage and all that. So it was pretty cool. And I didn't know if I was going to get a lot of people or a little people, and it was pretty balanced. There'd be some times where there's kind of a lull where I could just kind of sit there, and if I needed to meditate, I could, or if I just wanted to just kind of observe what was happening. And then people would just show up, and some people just wanted to chat and say hi. And then people, they would show up, and I kind of knew, like, okay, yeah, this is someone that really is interested and wants to have the healing. And they were a lot of fun. I got to really clear a lot of energy for myself and for the people I worked on. And that's the thing with healing. Sometimes we always think that healing is a one-way thing, one-way street, and it goes both ways. Even as a healer, I'm clearing unwanted energy as I'm helping someone else clear unwanted energy. So the healing's for both parties. But it was cool to see just seeing what they're clearing, and then I was just kind of validating some of the abilities that they have. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Got a lot of healing and answers for myself, and I think it was helpful for the people that I worked on. Um, and then I got to do the talk. So the talk was on Sunday morning. It was like first thing. I think that's the one thing I wish they would change a little bit because the the doors opened at 11 and my speech started at 11. So if they hopefully maybe in the future they can make an adjustment where they delay it like 15 minutes or even like a half hour where it gives people time to actually come in and walk around, or if they need to use the restroom, and just find kind of where where the stage, there's two different stages. I was in stage room one or whatever it was called. So be able just to be able to find it and kind of get a seat and get comfortable. That would be my one thing just to point out and recommend for the organization as far as how they did that. But it was a big space as far as the room. It only was seating. I think it was like 40, and it wasn't filled though. It was only just a small group of people that were there when I did the talk. And the talk was fun. I was a little nervous. I was first time doing it, but got through it. I said like 20 minutes was a lecture, and again, it was about how everybody is psychic and kind of going through the seven major chakras, highlighting the function of each, and really mentioning the different psychic abilities that we have, especially the clairs, like the clairsentience, the clairaudience, clairvoyance, and the clear knowing. And then getting into a guided meditation, just kind of getting people, helping them just get grounded to the earth, and so that they can have a way to start letting go and vibrate in the energy of forgiveness, just releasing and then replenishing with their unique energy. Um, and everyone was kind of a little, I don't know, I guess shy, and I get that. Sometimes I don't want to, if we're in a crowd or someone's like, "Hey, and would you share your experience?" And sometimes it's just crickets, and so no one really wanted to talk a little bit about their experience. It wasn't till when I left where I'd see people in the event, or if they stopped by the my booth, that they would mention, "Oh, I really enjoyed that," or the funny thing was though, and this is kind of the interesting thing with meditation. Sometimes you just have to, or live events, you just have to kind of run with it because you never know what to expect. Is that while I was while I was giving my talk, during the second half when I'm guiding them, the lights just went out. So it was almost pitch black basically. So I don't know what was happening. And then there was music playing kind of in the other presentation room right next door, and the dividers are kind of thin, so you can hear the music pretty loud. So I kind of made a joke as I was starting to guide them. I was like, okay, just notice where your attention is, and then, okay, maybe it's on the the room next door where the music's very loud. That's okay. And that's the thing with meditation is, sometimes we always think you have to be far removed from everybody and it's super quiet. It is nice to have that sense of quietness. In your physical space, but sometimes it's not always like that. Life can kind of be noisy and chaotic, and how do you get your space amidst that? And so that was kind of an interesting experience. Just kind of running into that and just kind of okay, we're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna let it flow. But yeah, the speech was a lot of fun. That was kind of I'm just glad I was able to do that, and now I'm like, okay, I want to do more of this actually, because I enjoy, even though it's difficult for me, I really enjoy doing the YouTube, and I want to do more talks. And I think that's an important talk, how everyone is psychic, because I think a lot of people still don't realize that they have these abilities. And sometimes they have these abilities turned on as a kid and they just kind of get shut off, kind of like myself. But sometimes we think that it's just for certain people, but everybody has these. So I think that's an important topic and talk that I could do on numerous occasions. But there's definitely more talks I would like to do. One that I'm really passionate about that I would like to put together, it might take me some time to do it, is just the journey of the soul. Where do we begin, and what in a general sense, because it's different for each of us, what is in a general sense could it look like, our spiritual journey from making the split off source and kind of our spiritual adventure and starting to incarnate on this planet or multiple planets and all that, and the in between lifetimes, and what's this whole journey about, kind of the big picture of it. But yeah, there's a lot of different topics that I would like to do. So my wife and I are moving back to Colorado. By the time we move, it'll be a year in Hawaii, but we'll move back to Colorado. And I know this company, they have three different cities in Colorado where they hold this event. So looking to do at least one of them at the end of this year, hopefully. And if not, definitely next year try to do those three different cities perhaps, and try to, if it's available, definitely sign up for a talk. But at the bare minimum, definitely doing offering some sort of service, whether it's reading or healing. When it comes to live events, when it's more busier for me personally, I like doing the energy healings. Um, and so I'm curious to see if I get a bigger space next time, I might offer astral body healings. Because that's pretty unique and rare. I don't hear or see many people doing that. So I'd like to do that maybe next event. We'll see what happens. But overall, I had a really great experience. Just all the people that I met. And if you're one of those people, thanks for stopping by and just chatting with me, or if you got the healing or sat down and listened to the lecture and the guided meditation, I appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, yeah, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to create more YouTube videos and do more interviews in the future. And hopefully, I'll catch another Body, Mind, Spirit Expo event in the future. But take care, and I'll see you next time.